Welcome. You're with the Nasty Pastor, and I'm back with another read from out of the Holy Bible. Second book that Moses was inspired to write, you know what I mean? One of his, to me, I would say so far, one of his best works, you know what I mean? We went over, giving an understanding what Exodus means, and that means to departure from something. You got what I'm saying? Departure from some injustice, departure for some unrighteousness. You got what I'm saying? Departure from out of your unrighteous ways. You feel what I'm saying? We all been victims of something, injustice. You feel what I'm saying? Something. You got what I'm saying? We're not the best parents. We're not the best sons and daughters. You feel what I'm saying? We're not. There's nothing perfect about us. There's nothing. We was made imperfect in a perfect world. You haven't even realized how nature is so in tune with each other. You haven't seen that yet, have you? You have not sat back and looked at nature, have you? It's in tune with itself. You have animals out here that don't even attack each other. They know their boundaries. Why as humans, why as gods and goddesses, we don't? Why? There's something really, forget it, ignorant about us. There's something very ignorant about us. And I say this to you again, I'm going to repeat this to you once again. I was having a conversation with these men where I volunteer at this church. And they just are smiling. You know what I mean? You couldn't even come in the West End. You couldn't even come in here. You know what I mean? You better know somebody. And like I said, where we was living at, where I was born at, we're talking 2 blocks down, 3 the most, 4 the most. You couldn't even go on Oregon Hill that was predominantly white. You feel what I'm saying? But you want to keep blacks out your community? You want to, you want to, excuse me, the things that white people was doing to black people, in return, now that racism is dying out, okay, come on, let's do this to the black community. You get what I'm saying? Black on black crime been going on since the 70s, you ask me. I was born in 1970. And now you're going to tell me Black Lives Matter. Now we on the Black Lives Matter movement. We should have been on the Black Lives Matter movement. You get me? Within our culture, we should have been on it. We are a divided culture. We got niggaboos, we got jigaboos, and we have the Negroes. You understand me? It's time to figure this. You get it? It's time. And it's just not the black community. There is a spook in every community that exists upon this world, but exists upon this rock. You get what I'm saying? You get it? But my major concern is with the black community. My major concern is with the African community, the Kenite, the Egyptian community. It's time for us to get, on the same page. It's time for us to understand that, this agenda maybe need to be pushed forward now, but for us to have a better future, every agenda about our kids, about our babies, need to be pushed forward first. You got it? Forget the fact you wanna, you 50 years old and you ain't live like you wanted to live, and you want to live now and do everything you want to do, but you're stealing from the school system that we need to teach our babies. Wake up. I can't stand Miss Hedgepeth. You got what I'm saying? This to the Hedgepeth family. I can't stand the fact that you became the face of a black woman stealing from the school system, the public school system. You are black, you are African. I can't stand you. Anywho, like I said, you're with the Nasty Pastor. I'm back with another reading from Exodus. This is the second book that Moses was inspired to write. And we're on chapter 13. And the title of chapter 13 is The Firstborn Consecrated. Then the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, consecrate to me all the firstborn, whatever opens the womb among the children of Israel, both of man and beast, it is mine. Verse 3 title is The Feast of Unleavened Bread. And Moses said to the people, remember this day in which you went out of Egypt, out of the house of bondage, for by strength of hand the Lord brought you out of this place. No leavened bread shall be eaten. On this day you are going out in the month of Abib. And it shall be when the Lord brings you into the land of the Canaanites, and the Hittites, and the Amorites, and the Hivites, and the Jebusites, which we swore to your fathers to give you a land following with milk and honey, that you shall keep this service in this month. 7 days you shall eat unleavened bread, and on the 7th day there shall be a feast to the Lord. Unleavened bread shall be eaten 7 days, and no leavened bread shall be seen among you, nor shall leaven be seen among you in all your quarters. And you shall tell your son in that day, saying, this is done because of what the Lord did for me when I came up from Egypt. It shall be as a sign to you on your hand, and as a memorial between your eyes, that the Lord's law may be in your mouth. For with a strong hand the Lord has brought you out of Egypt. You shall therefore keep his ordinance in its season from year to year. You know what an ordinance is, right? That's just, the program, the commandments, your walk, your righteousness, the teachings you have learned of how you should treat people. You get what I'm saying? Keep it. You got what I'm saying? Get it. When you feel you're losing your way, get away from it. You get me? Get away from it, because there's something in what you're around and what you're listening to that has an influence of taking you down a road backwards instead of moving forward. All right, we're getting into verse 11, and the title is The Law of the Firstborn. And it shall be when the Lord brings you into the land of the Canaanites, as he swore to you and your fathers, and gives it to you, that you should set apart to the Lord all that open the womb, that is every firstborn that comes from an animal which you have, the males shall be the Lord's. But every firstborn of a donkey you shall redeem with a lamb, and if you would not redeem it, then you shall break its neck. And all the firstborn of man among your sons you shall redeem. Come on now, you get it. That ain't going up to the Lord. You feel what I'm saying? That ain't going to heaven, because there's something tainted about that baby, that firstborn coming up out that lamb. You got what I'm saying? There's something about it. You get it? It's something. It really is. And see, I'm going to plug this artist. You got what I'm saying? She has this song. Her name is Eniko. She has this song called Something Waste. Let me, I ain't going to do it like that. I'm going to give you the right title. You got what I'm saying? I'm not going to do that. I would like for you to really go listen to this song. And something I probably could find it in my history. I hope it's in my history. Would it be in my history? Okay, it's called Earth's Castaways. You know what I mean? It's off her album, her release in February. And February of this year. And you know what I mean? It's a part in that song where she says, you know what I mean, for how I process is basically for all of us to commit suicide because there's something coming. You got what I'm saying? What's coming if you commit suicide but hell fire? That's all that's coming, but eternal fire. That's it. So what's coming? the how to put this to you, the truth that Satan told the demiurge, that us monkeys would never obey us monkeys would never follow the commandments. I'm gonna say this to you, you know what I mean? Satan never been to hell yet. You get it? At the year of 2,999, that is Satan's end of judgment. You understand what I'm saying? Satan, if it's done wrong, Satan gonna be cast into the lake of fire, eternal fire. If it's done right, Satan have another chance to walk amongst us on this rock. You get it? Us on this rock. You get it? So I say to you once again, you know what I mean? If you want to be here, figure it. There's a place for you. Figure it. So it shall be when your son asks you in time to come, saying, what is this? That you shall say to him, by strength of hand, the Lord brought us out of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. And it came to pass, when Pharaoh was stubborn about letting us go, that the Lord killed all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both the firstborn of man and the firstborn of beast. Therefore I sacrifice to the Lord all males that open the womb, but all the firstborn of my sons I redeem. It shall be as a sign on your hand and as frontlets between your eyes, for by strength of hand the Lord brought us out of Egypt. Now you see where it said firstborn of man and firstborn of beast. What do you think of beast? What beast do you think they're talking about? What beast do you think the demiurge is talking about? You probably thinking something about Satan, ain't it? No, these little animals walking the earth, the cows, the horses, the elephants. You got what I'm saying? Kill all that. You get what I'm saying? It may take an elephant 10 years to produce a baby elephant. You understand what I'm saying? You get it? It may take a dog, a cat, let's just use a cow for instance. Something, a lamb, a cow we use to eat, to consume, to keep ourselves, from going hungry. If it takes years to produce another child, come on now. When that one died, what? And there's nothing there. There's nothing there, right? So you're gonna starve us, right? Right? All right. Look, we on verse 17. The wilderness way. When it came to pass, when Pharaoh had let the people go, that God did not let them by way of the land of the Philistines, although that was near. For God said, lest perhaps the people change their minds when they see war and return to Egypt. So God led the people around by way of the wilderness of the Red Sea, and the children of Israel went up in orderly ranks out of the land of Egypt. And Moses took the bones of Joseph with him, for he had placed the children of Israel under solemn oath, saying, God will surely visit you, and you shall carry up my bones from here with you. So they took their journey from Succoth and camped in Etham at the edge of the wilderness. And the Lord went before them by day in a pillar of cloud to lead the way, and by night in a pillar of fire to give them light. So as to go by day and night, he did not take away the pillar of cloud by day or the pillar of fire by night from before the people. That's the end of this chapter. Read. That was chapter 13. And I just say this to you again. You got what I'm saying. Whom we pray to can intervene at any moment. Any moment. You got what I'm saying. Yesterday I ran into this Vietnam veteran. I hope you're a Vietnam veteran. He had him anyway. But he don't like Donald Trump. Unless he's trying to figure who he'll do, and he'd rather say it backwards. The figure are there people here that don't? You got what I'm saying? Like I told him, man. He said, man, we got the devil back in here another 4 years. And like I told him, man, you know what I'm saying? Before you speak, why don't you give this man a chance for the next 4 years? You got what I'm saying? Give him a chance. And all he could ever speak about is the stimulus money. Well, yeah, you right, they did get the stimulus money going. See, he's a person, I get you. I get your mind revolves around money because you're a grown man and you have to pay bills. No one's going to pay them for you. But how can that be your primary reason why you like somebody? Because what? We was getting ready, it was a country country that shot some stuff in our air, that polluted our air and was gonna kill us, but you only thing you can really think about is the fact that money, come on man, you know what I mean? How about that wall that was put up to slow some of that traffic down? You get it? How about that? How about the jobs that was opening up for the black community? How about that? How about that? How about we talk about that? How about we do that instead of talking about primarily some stimulus checks? How about we talk how quickly our President Donald Trump at the time reacted to an action that really, you know what I mean, was crippling America. People had to stop working. Some of these jobs was shutting down. You get what I'm saying? Shutting down. People's livelihoods was messed up. And COVID lasted what? 2 years? COVID lasted about 2 years out here? Come on now. Come on. Let's talk about that. You're going to talk about some stuff. Anyway, I am the Nasty Path. And it's been a chapter read of Exodus. I'm out and I love you.